So recently I have come across the most disturbing account on TikTok. Once again, TikTok has taken us directly to the pits of hell where we will be cooked alive and eaten. And this is the man that's doing the chomping. Or is he? Recently on TikTok, a suspicious account has appeared by the name of Jürgen Nyckelberg, or we could say Young Eichenberg from the great lands of Germany, who's made a 3-course meal of his neighbor. But guys, it makes a change, right? Because usually we're talking about American TikTokers, and now we're now in Germany. But either way, Jürgen Nyckelberg78 is the TikTok account we're going to be speaking about today. And the things that are being posted on this TikTok account can only be described as life-threatening. Yes, just witnessing it, you will feel personally threatened. And just by looking at the profile picture alone, it literally speaks 1,000 words. It's literally saying, yeah, I think I'll eat you later with a side of Szechuan sauce. And I just want to let you guys know that the lore behind this account does get quite scary, so you may want to grab your favorite blanket and snuggle up on the sofa. Either way, guys, welcome back to the Jerry and Curtis show. You best subscribe to the channel and join my Discord server, or else I'll tell this man where you live. But as I said, in the last 24 hours, things have become very, very strange on the app of TikTok. Nobody knows who this man is. Nobody knows where he came from. He's just turned up out of the blue. Honestly, it does look like he just spawned you. And by the things that he is posting, which we are going to get into, people have come up with the opinion that he is actually eating people. He's eating them. He is cooking them on his stove to then later consume them and then shit them back out again. Huh. Human waste, eh? And as I said, we know nothing about him. There is no information I can give to you other than the fact he might be fucking eating people. And wait until you get a load of some of the uploads that's been made by this account. The content that is being posted, there are no videos, they're just slideshow pictures. Every post is a slideshow picture with some creepy ass music behind it. And what you'll find is that the first picture is usually him with another person in the background that doesn't know they're being photographed. So here's one of his first posts, him in a red t-shirt, and in the background, there's a lady that has her back turned, and it seems like she's not aware that she is being picture taken right now. And once again, nobody knows who this lady is. She's just in the background of his picture. And then strangely enough, as if it wasn't fucking weird already, the next picture in his slideshow is a bloody frying pan with what it looks like is meat in there. Now, I was under the suspicion that this could be burgers. I love a bit of cheeseburger. But when you look at the big picture, it is him photographing somebody without their knowledge. And then the next picture is a pan with meat inside of it. Who knows what the meat is? That's where we're going to leave it for the moment. And let's not forget the creepy ass sounds. Ooh, scared myself a little bit. The lore does deepen, so buckle yourselves in. Christ, it's gonna get bad. And then the image that follows that is him eating her. Eating something. We don't know what. He's something. I don't know what you guys are saying. Oh, Curtis, this is bullshit. What the fuck have you brought me today, you ignorant swine? That's not very nice, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the TikTok captions, it says #cannibal. So he did fucking eat her then, or what? Shit just got serious. And now you can see why everybody's going crazy on TikTok. What is this post that this guy just made? And what the fuck is going on? There's even a whole ass Reddit thread about this guy now. Like, people have gathered evidence on him, and the internet's done its thing. Last thing you see on your trip to Germany before you get turned into meatballs and put on a slideshow. Yeah, guys, we might be cooked. And the first person that really spoke about this and brought it to light was a TikToker by the name of Noah Glenn Carter. And again, the post we spoke about earlier, that's not the only one, unfortunately. You fucking wish it was, but it's not. It continues. The lore deepens. But this is what I could find here on Reddit, and there's a possibility that he may allegedly have had 14 victims. There's one there with an old man. Once again, he had no clue he was being photographed. He was just sipping his beer on a lovely Friday night. Shit, I'm cooked. But the next image that follows that one isn't the same as like the usual meat on a pan, cooking some burgers. This time it's weird weird. It's a picture of his fridge with what appears to be some cartons inside filled with minced beef. Oh, please be minced beef. And once again, I apologize for the low quality images, but there's some sort of other kind of substance in the background which looks like some sort of liquid form. And I'm sure we can all agree that posting a picture of a person without their knowledge and then following up with a fridge full of meat with a hashtag cannibalism is not strange at all. Nothing to be worried about here, officer. Everything's under control. And the Reddit post that screen capped this actually said weird substance. People also report of him having bloodstains on his walls. He seems to have a red sauce substance in containers everybody talks about. I mean, yeah, hopefully it's sweet and sour sauce. Do you think it's sweet and... Hopefully. And there's even a picture of what it seems to be a man sleeping on his chair. So is this step one? Is this how he begins, maybe, you know? Is this how the whole extracurricular activities begin? And this is going to tie into my next point really well because it gets creepy from this point forward. Is he unconscious or is he sleeping? Well, we don't know right now. All we can go off is what the account posts. And the next image in the slideshow is him holding a fucking syringe. Oh, Jesus, what is going on? So to sum it up once again, it is an image of a bloke sleeping, yeah, followed up with a picture of this man holding a syringe with hashtag cannibal in the post. Right, yes, that is what is happening right now. Cannibalism. I don't know why bro just don't eat ass instead. Now, there was no extra slideshow in that post, but there was this video that was posted shortly after, which we can only assume the worst. Okay then, my guy seems awfully excited about something. I don't think I like where this is going. Oh yeah, what's going on, guys? Just ate somebody. Oh yeah. You know, he lives alone by the looks of it. We can maybe say that. He does look like he lives alone. Maybe in a one-bedroom apartment. There is a single bed in the background. Perhaps this is man cave or his goon cave. And I don't know why, ladies and gentlemen, but the fact that he's holding a pot and not a plate just makes me feel even more uncomfortable. Does that make sense? And again, we don't know what's in the pot. Allegedly, it may be Derek from the last post, but we don't know for sure. It's as if the syringe didn't stir the melting pot enough already. And we can see some more images. A guy in the background with his hat on. No idea he's being photographed. Two pictures of two different blokes holding a cigarette, which are all followed by pictures of various types of meat inside saucepans and pans, being cooked on the stove, ready to consume later. And the lore does deepen because there is one person that continuously appears in these posts, as the Reddit post pointed out here, seems to be with a friend in most of the videos. So safe to assume that maybe he is okay, even though he has appeared in posts also with meat following it. But the worst part about this is that there's a huge ass conspiracy that this guy might have actually unalived his girlfriend or his wife or something because she has disappeared. Not officially disappeared, just disappeared from his account. There's no kind of up-to-date pictures or videos of this person. These are just allegations. Nobody knows if this really happened. Did he eat her? She didn't want him to kiss her. He's still trying to touch her. Her trying to get away from him. Did he lure her to his home? Last picture, question mark. The bad ending, question mark. With him showing the plate with some meat. Again, meatballs. Hopefully it wasn't the fucking bad ending. I wanted ending A, not ending B. He looks like John Pork. Right, yeah. And yeah, last picture. Nobody's seen an up-to-date picture since. So, God knows what happened there. Hopefully everything's all good. Well, it is probably all good because I know the truth. But you'll find that out shortly. And I'm not sure if that is actually what's happening in that. We don't have the context. But apparently she's pushing him away and not letting him kiss her. Now that I think about it, actually, maybe it isn't his girlfriend. It's definitely not his wife. Because usually a girlfriend would let you kiss her. Perhaps it's just some random woman that he picked up off the street and... As the TikTok said, lured her back to his apartment. And there is more things that we're just about to take a look at. But if you look at his reposts quickly, he has reposted videos about him eating people and people investigating about him. So this account is reposting videos of people investigating about him. Now, people went on to gather some evidence about the way he uses knives. Yeah, the internet really went hard on this one. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but the posts have been deleted, so we don't have any videos, but we got screenshots. Swaying knife in slasher movie types of way. So along with him posting pictures of people without their knowledge, to then follow up with pictures of unknown meat, combined with the hashtag cannibal, combined with him now posting videos on his story with him slashing a knife like a movie scene. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, we're thinking the same thing. And these knives that he's using look extremely sharp. I'm not sure you could cut meat with it, but it's got a very pointy edge. It could do for some serious damage for sure. I'm not an expert, but I'm assuming hypothetically, if you were to do something along those lines, you'd probably use a butcher's blade. You know, those big ass fucking butcher cleavers? What are they called? Yeah, knife cleaver. No, blade cleaver. Butcher cleaver. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, the internet actually went as far as to track this man down, and we'll talk about that in a second. But people have now also been talking about the weird toy, apparently. The special toy, as this Reddit post called it. The special toy. But he does feature the stress toy in various slideshows. And the Reddit account went on to say that it's a $500 stress ball toy. I don't know if that's true. Bloke lives in a one-bedroom apartment. I don't know if $500 on a stress ball is a good investment. But it is weird that he does include that in some of the slideshows. But it would just be sitting there on top of some like air conditioning unit, just staring at the camera. And some of the pictures look like he was playing with it on a desk. Yeah, someone even went as far to say that once he finishes his activities, he then goes on to the last step, which is sitting in silence and squeezing his stress ball. And I can see why some people might have thought this is literally because not all slideshows are the same, but some are very similar. And it will be like step 1, find a victim. Step 2, cook up. Step 3, dance. Step 4, consume. And then step 5, squeeze a stress ball. And at this point now, we're all like truly lost in the sauce. We have no idea what the fuck is happening, what is going on. The Reddit post continued with a follow-up, which is a trumpet thingy, which appears in several slideshows also, where it seems to be one of those honkers. You know those clown things that go, yeah, and that is the other thing. Nobody knows what the fuck that's in the slideshows for. There's 100 more screenshots of this, apparently. Trumpet is always in videos with the videos of the caption cannibal. And as I mentioned, people went as far on the internet as to find out where he lives. Now, I'm not going to disclose where he lives in this video because that would be doxing. They've got his information, his apartment in multiple videos. You can see he lives in one of these. Pictures of his face, his location on a map with the actual address. So that everyone basically narrowed it down to which apartment he lives in, which, to be honest with you, would probably be a good thing if the situation didn't turn out the way that it did. But Noah Glenn Carter came out with a new TikTok. He spoke about it previously, just one time, and then the next day he followed up with a new TikTok updating us on the situation. Let's take a look at what he's got to say.
Now, since my video, he has posted a new potential victim. He has a picture with this guy, and of course, in the same slideshow, he has hashtag cannibal and a picture of him cooking meat. He also posted this to his story. In the picture, he is holding a potential sedative in his hand, which would explain how he's able to cook the people if that is indeed what he is doing. I want to stress, this guy could just be going really, really far for a joke. But I gotta ask some questions. Like, why does he even have a needle like that? Did he go out and get it just to make people think he's a cannibal, or did he already have it? And why does he want people to legitimately believe that he's a cannibal? At this point, I think at the very least, somebody needs to go over and check and see if this man is like joking or not, because he's doing way too much.
So yes, he did also post him holding the syringe on his story also. And doing way too much, 100% agree. He's fucking crossed the line, yeah. You've got a whole army, a whole garrison on the internet thinking this guy's a cannibal and trying to find out where he lives so they can report him to the popo. And if you've gotten to this point, you're probably thinking at this point now, what is the answer here? Is he joking? Is it a joke? Is he just being very satire? Or is this actually serious? Is he actually, you know, a monster? And there's also a third option, which it could be that he doesn't realize what he's doing. Hashtag cannibal. You would realize that, you know. You wouldn't just sit there and be like, yeah, picture of a person, picture of some meat, slide that cannibal hashtag in there, you know, slide it in. No, you wouldn't. It's not normal. You wouldn't think like that. Unless he's got mental issues, which could be a fourth option. But it turns out, guys, actually, that none of those options are true. None of them are real because he's actually AI generated. No, he's not. He is a real person. And the truth behind all this is funny, but sad at the same time. Because funny how ridiculous it is, but sad for the person. It turns out, guys, that Jürgen Nyckelberg is a real person. This just is not him. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Jürgen Nyckelberg. all jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, it turns out that somebody had taken this lonely German man, as someone commented, lonely German man, and created a whole ass account of pictures of him, of screenshots from his videos and his cooking videos, and put them together with some creepy ass music and creepy ass captions. Now, I feel sorry for the guy personally because he had no idea this was going on himself. So there's the funny part of just how ridiculous it is that they've just taken some random guy on the internet and the account decided to basically paint him as if he was eating people. But it's sad because this innocent guy had been the victim of that. Now, he actually ended up blocking this TikToker that posted the story about him. To be honest with you, this is what I saw it as well, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And this is when I decided to make the video on it as well, because I don't think anybody on YouTube has spoken about this yet, and the law was crazy, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. Noah ended up apologizing and feeling sorry for the guy and sending in support his way, and I encourage the same thing on this video. Support the guy, go and show him some love. It might be very hard to find his account because people have started mass creating accounts just like his. I'm posting just videos now. There's no more cannibal slideshow pictures. They've all disappeared from TikTok as far as I can see anyway, and now it's just consistent videos of him talking in German. With that said, check out my other videos if you fancy binge watching something. Binge watch these. They're some of my best videos and some of the funniest ones that people claim are funny. I don't know if that's true, but that's what people say.